Whenever you guys are fighting, even if you think you know where the enemies are at, make sure you're pinging them because you may have a teammate that has no idea. Waste of 2 C4s right there. Beautiful from both teammates. And we do get a down. We do get 2 downs. You better go. You got a double. Don't let him self-res. Oh, no. This is how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Look at it. Come on, man. Yo, guys, I want y'all to notice something right now. You see over here, all the way to the left-hand side of the screen, there's this thing called the kill feed. Red names pop up and shit, meaning they're killing each other and you're killing them, right? If you are in a fight and you notice that your teammate has 2 knocks and you're playing duos, usually that's like a red alert. Ding, ding, ding. Both enemies are down. I should probably execute them before they self-res and destroy us. What is going on, YouTube? Savage here. In today's video, we'll be spectating some random duos gameplay. We're going to be going over the do's and don'ts in order to help you guys become a better player. Before we dive into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Join the wolf pack today. Also, let's get this video to 1,500 likes. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, already off the bat, we see our dude Drobot playing by himself. Another case of either A, he's absolutely cracked out of his mind and he's going to solo do this entire game, or B, his random teammate backed out, which is probably what I'm going to go ahead and guess. Now, here on the channel lately, the videos have been a little bit slower paced, some of them, just because I haven't been able to play Warzone, which means my SBMM is absolutely chalked. I am in some very, very bad lobbies here of late until I can get off my lazy ass and start playing again. So let's go ahead and see what he does. But right now, he's going to go ahead and try to start the scavenger objective again. Not really too big of a fan of grabbing all this random shit. There's no really necessity to grab this stuff right now. You're not in immediate combat. It's not like we absolutely need plates of ammo at this moment in time. I'd go ahead and work my way up to the scavenger. Granted, there may be a player in here somewhere. We don't know. I doubt it because of the closed crates. However, you definitely want to play on alert at all times. Now, when you look at the way he loots right now, it's slow. It's not really fluid. This is something most players need to work on. And while we're in these lower tier lobbies, let's go ahead and just brush on some of the things most players do and get you guys out of these habits. As you're running through here, you need to already know what you're wanting and what you're looking for. For example, all we really needed was the dead silence this entire thing. Here and there, a couple bucks doesn't really matter, and switching weapons and things like that, also things that shouldn't matter as well in this situation. Certain situations will dictate otherwise, but right now, being scot-free, not in immediate combat, we shouldn't be worried about anything else. Now, definitely make our way over to the buy station. Kind of questionable with the dead silence pop, I will say. Oh no, you never stop moving while you're plating. Guys, run around, man. Run around, because right now the enemies are both probably going to push if they're aggressive, and because we're sitting in a corner, not reloaded, not plated up, they could have pushed us and killed us. I'm very surprised he didn't. With as much damage as this enemy did to us just now, if I were in his position, I would have instantly followed Drobot and gotten that kill. He should have registered in his head that the enemy was one-tapped, come outside, saw us laying there prone, and gotten the kill. Guys, if your armor gets broken, never, ever, ever, ever go to a corner nearby, sit there, lay there, whatever the case is, and just wait, right? What you should be doing is moving around the entire building. Change your position completely, not just by a few feet. I'm talking completely. Also, while you're navigating around the building, while you're running from the enemy, start plating up and then reload as well. You guys do not want to get caught out laying prone like he did. He went in panic mode. He laid there, didn't pop his plates while he's laying there, didn't reload while he's laying there. Everything in that position he did wrong. Not surprised he died right there. So going back to the beginning, he may have attempted solo duos, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that his teammate definitely backed out on him. All right, so here we are now, moving on to Para and McCabe, and they have their loadouts and they're ready to go. Now we are rocking the beautiful Ram and the FFAR, some decent weapons. Now when it comes to weapons, things like that, a lot of the guns are pretty balanced. Ravensoft has done a great job here lately, right? Not always, but lately, bringing in a huge variety into the meta, which I love to see, dude. I love the fact that we can spectate players and not watch everyone using the FFAR, the Kar 98, the Grawl, shit like that through all the seasons since we started spectating day one in Warzone. So it's actually really nice now to be able to spectate different metas. But right now we're rocking a cluster strike, and that's it. Now, whether you're going kill hungry or not, I always want to recommend a UAV. I know not everyone is here to play super aggressive, but guys, UAVs is just a great tool to tell you who's around you. You can either run from them or you can fight them. Either way, definitely better than a cluster strike. Clusters are good in situations, and in my opinion, only in situations where you're in a bad spot, and you need to work yourself into a better spot. Hence, using it for suppression, right? I like to suppress enemies with the cluster strikes. I won't ever try to get the kill. I won't ever waste it on execution. The only thing I will do with clusters and precisions is use it to suppress the enemy to get out of a bad spot. Mostly because this game's filled with campers and all these rooftops in here. It's nice to have a tool that you guys can utilize to push across an open area. For example, easier shown than said, right? If there's a guy on top of the hospital rooftop and you're having to push across the ravine because the gas is coming in and you have to cross this huge ass opening, he's going to you up, right? But if you have a cluster strike and other things like that, you can suppress him. Granted, it's a big ass roof, he'll just sidestep and move somewhere else, but at least in that small amount of time he's going to relocate, you have that exact amount of time to push across. So if you guys do use it to suppress the enemy, make sure the moment it's called in and you see the enemy's head dip off, you instantly run. Don't waste any time, because all they're going to do is reposition and they'll be waiting for you just like they had been. Now here we are in a position right now. Again, we have our loadout. We're ready to fight. We're ready to do anything, right? So if we're going to fight downtown, it's probably going to be your best bet. You may run into a team or two at lumber, but it's not very likely. If you're not worried about kills, and I'm gonna try to cover both strategies in this video. If you're more worried about rotations and positioning, you need to get yourself to the salt mines, right? Start worrying about positioning and getting where you think the circle's gonna be at. So I definitely make my way to salt mine if you are more of a passive player. Again, bad things that lower tier lobbies do is stuff like this. We're kind of just looking out the windows, no reason why. I definitely like the fact that we're looking around, but notice how we're in the house and we're checking all the windows. We run out in the open. We don't really scan that much. You just scan the left-hand side, which is good. But as you're running, you want to scan the entire, your entire surrounding. We haven't even looked to the right-hand side yet, which is very questionable because that's where all the buildings are at. We're just kind of making a straight line right to the loadout drop, praying we don't get shot in the head. All right, we got a Big Bertha in play right now. We should make our way over there. Big Bertha looks like he might be coming to us, but here we are messing around with our loot. Guys, again, when it comes to picking up loot, and I talk about this all the time, and I'm going to keep talking about it until I start seeing people step it up a little bit. You guys got to get efficient with looting. You have to. When you go to get your ghost class and you pull out your second loadout and you drop the primary weapons that you want to pick up, just pick them back up real fast. No reason to sit there swapping out a bunch of things because you're panicking and you're hitting every button in the world. We have a knock. Now is the time to push, right? No. Okay. No, this is what I'm talking about right here, guys. Don't. Well, he got the knock. It might actually kill him now. Never mind. Still, guys, not a fan of wasting the cluster strike. We had the pick. We should have worked our way up to the enemy. We have to move that direction anyway. We should have worked our way up because all they're going to do is utilize the ridges to get away from the cluster strike and or get the res. If we close the gap after we get the pick, we have a better chance at getting some shots off of the enemy. We have to work that way anyway to prevent the enemies from having the ability to gatekeep us. And also, maybe we could clean up the execution we just got. Another thing I want to point out, no one has a live ping on the map. There's not a single live ping. I would love to know where all the enemies are. Whenever you guys are fighting, even if you think you know where the enemies are at, make sure you're pinging them because you may have a teammate that has no idea. Waste of 2 C4s right there. Beautiful from both teammates. And we do get a down. But you get 2 downs. You better go. You got a double. Don't let him self-res. Oh, no. This is how it ends, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Look at it. Come on, man. Yo, guys, I want y'all to notice something right now. You see over here, all the way to the left-hand side of the screen, there's this thing called the kill feed. Red names pop up and shit, meaning they're killing each other and you're killing them, right? If you are in a fight and you notice that your teammate has 2 knocks and you're playing duos, usually that's like a red alert. Ding, ding, ding. Both enemies are down. I should probably execute them before they self-res and destroy us. But Swinty coming out on top of that from the last team, now rocking 10 kills with 62 left. We may have a Slayer on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. And both of them rocking the same weapons. All right, definitely respected loadout drop. Let's see what they end up doing. Now look, same situation with Swinty. We're running out and we haven't looked at the stadium. We're not looking anywhere. We're just looking at the direction we're going. You guys need to start scanning everywhere. If I need to make a video on how to scan a quick little TikTok, a quick little YouTube short, let me know. It's very simple. You just run straight, you pop it left and a right. You run straight, you pop it left and right. It's very simple, but clearly my message didn't get across. The vehicles are left-hand side. Noticing on the mini-map, let's see what he ends up doing. MAC-10 is not the right gun for the fight. Switching to the AMAX and blowing it away. Now, I'm not against him taking the shots in the vehicle. Guys, in duos, trios, or quads, you guys can blow these vehicles away relatively fast if you start shooting at them early. Granted, I would have started shooting at them way earlier than that. But if you guys see a vehicle, don't allow them to drive off unless you're in a bad position and you don't want to be noticed. If you're out here just kind of vibing and no one's really f***ing with you and you're just rotating, trying to find some fights, definitely knock that damn vehicle out of commission so that they get caught on foot and you can get those free kills. All right, scanning around, trying to see if there's any enemies here. Doors are open, so enemies were here at some point. Wouldn't be surprised if they're still in the houses. There are 2 Berthas. I'm sorry, there are 3 vehicles, 2 Berthas and one of the other cars. They're just driving off while they're shooting at each other. Look at this. Yep, there they are right there. Oh, we got 4 in play, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna see some action. I like the fact that we're pushing this fight so we can get the third party. Hopefully we can deliver. I want to close this gap before I start shooting. I like the fact that he scanned, but it looked like he was scanning to start shooting. A quick glance is a good scan. If you sit there for too long and start looking around, it gives the impression you're gonna fight. So, by saying that, I would rather close the gap and start fighting at the enemies when we're on the other side of the ravine, because if we revealed our position to the enemies that early, it would make us very hard. It would make it very hard for us to push the enemy. Unfortunately, we did get knocked. Let's see how the enemy teams play this. They should be pushing up right now because of the pit. It's exactly what you guys want to do. Swinty plating up while Sandboard's providing great cover. Now, as far as the enemy's concerned, when I said push, I was expecting the vehicle, or at least if they're going to push on foot, push at the same time. The fact that they did a 1-2 split push separate was absolutely kind of crazy, man. One guy pushing by himself, just ego challenging the hell out of 2 guys. He didn't have a pick, he didn't have anything, he just had us busted, and that was it. Meanwhile, his teammate was lagging behind, still in the fire station area. So again, as far as that play, use the vehicle to your advantage, push the enemies, jump out on them, get the kills, or you and your teammate walk across on foot together, or separate the enemy together, do something together and get the kill. We literally just shot fish in a barrel right there, made it very easy for us to win that fight. All right, now with the circle closing in, it's going to be a military. It's going to finish around this area, I would imagine. We got also, guys, rule number 38,000: never fly recon drones. The shit's a joke. Don't do it. I don't care what the reason is. When you guys put your eyes into a screen and all you do is fly a drone, you're leaving yourself vulnerable to getting killed. You guys have been killed in a recon drone. You know what I mean. If you haven't, it's probably because you haven't used a recon drone. So congratulations to you. Stay out of them things, guys. You can see just as well with your eyes than you can with a recon drone. I promise you that. It's just not a good risk versus reward at all. All right, we've got some money, got some bags in here. I would imagine this place isn't looted yet. However, doesn't mean that there aren't enemies here right now. They could be looting with us. We don't know that. We also have enough for a buy. If we get another couple $100, we could both buy some UAVs or whatever they want. I'd like to see some UAV plays to start hunting down some people. We do have a bounty on top of the hill we can go knock out, but don't leave the buy station. Don't you do it, brother. All right, respect the fact Sanborn didn't spend his money on some useless pile of shit cluster strike. Savage, we love cluster strikes. Look, if you like them, good for you, but I'm glad he didn't waste his money on it. However, I would like to see him stay next to the buy station so we could have given him our money and then had 2 UAVs in the air. All right, so now we approach a building with 2 guys camping in it. What do we do? Well, once we get some eyes on the building, I'll show you. The way this building is designed, there's only one window looking towards us, and then you have the doorways in the front and the back. And because of this wall right here, it should make it very easy for us to push. Now, I don't like the fact that... Hang on, I'll wait. No! Blue, what are you doing? Help your teammate! Oh no. Oh no. All right, popping our plates. Blue's trying to hold the angle for us right now. We got a Bertha coming up behind us. We need to register that because he's going to see the shots going off. He's going to try to splat us. Going over the wall. Pretty ballsy, pretty risky. Still Bertha in play. Looks like he's going to try to make a move on us by circling the building, kind of like a vulture. Great slide cancel. Self-res goes up as well. And that was it. Y'all heard the self-res too, right? Huh. Right? Maybe he self-res right when he killed him. It might have been delayed audio. Who knows? But we got the kills. We got it. Now let's start making... Oh. Yeah, shit. I should have trusted my instinct. I should have trusted it. Damn. I swear I heard a... I knew it. And with that, guys, make sure you're paying attention to everything going on. The audio is crucial. That's why I knew there was another player there. It's just paying attention to shit like that. Granted, the mistake I made was I didn't trust my instinct. I kind of backed off from my thought. If I was in this position, I probably would have gone down too. leading to another point, guys. Trust your instincts. You guys have been playing this game long enough. You should have some form of instinct in this game, and if not, get out there and develop it. Now we got our teammate up. We got an advanced UAV in the air. Let's see what they end up doing. We do have a team up on the hill that's going to pose a problem for us. That'd probably be a squad I'm more worried about, just because of their positioning. They're smart. They're getting a jump start on it. Good to go. But if you guys want to go for kills, you got a lot of shit going on in military. You got a lot of shit going on assault mines. You got a ton of stuff going on over here as well. All right, here we are finally. Swinty recognizing the fact that they have position, wanting to take them out as well. They do have a nice ridge, but it's not an impossible push. We have a lot of layers to this hill that we could utilize to push with cover, but playing it safe or playing it slow, we're taking our time. We're trying to analyze everything around us before we just go off running in the front. Notice how he's stun grenade is great in this position. All right, now we got the pick. We need to start watching the left-hand side because this guy will probably push us, and I don't know if there's something on the other side of the wall or not. And if he vaults over and we're exposed, it's gonna be very easy for him to kill us. But I do want you to notice again, when Swinty was staring at the glare of the sniper on the hill, he was lean peeking. He was shoulder peeking it, seeing if he could spot the enemy instead of just standing out there, hard checking it, so to speak. And as far as his teammate pushing down, it was honestly a good play. I would have liked to see the sniper on the hill provide a little bit more cover and a little bit more distraction on us than he did. If he would have been distracting us just a little bit more, the enemy probably could have killed us before we downed him. Now, the goal to fights like this is we got to start looking at position. I recognize and love the fact that blue is going with a wide left-hand flank. We're in a position right now where the enemy is focused on us, but we need to move regardless. And here we are finally doing that. Now, again, the goal of this is to win these fights as fast as possible. The longer we stay in that compound, the longer we play tit for tat, the harder it's going to be for us to fight that fight and win that fight efficiently. But the main problem that I see is getting third-partied. A lot of you guys fight for so damn long against the same damn team. Another team comes up behind you guys and you're like, oh my God, I always get third-partied. Well, you're always getting third-partied because you're always in the same spot. Start moving around, start navigating. Not really sure what we're doing right now. I think he's relying on blue a little more than he probably should. And we're kind of just not really sure what's going on right now. We had a lot of momentum, really good momentum, very good decision pushing the squad. And then we just kind of fall back to this. Maybe he's baiting for the guys that come back from Gulag. I don't know. I don't know. But right now, dude, the lobby has died off, and they've died off fast, which is really scary. It's duos. We are still in a mid to end game, early late game situation. There's only 17 players left on the map, which is pretty freaking crazy if you ask me. Great beams, but I'd like to see him play the cover a little bit more, breaking off because he realized he was in a 1v2 and he was taking shots from both enemies, coming back to cover, replating up, and gathering his shit. Now, again, our teammate's kind of out there in the open. We need to, oh my God. We need to provide some cover to our teammate because he's got his back exposed. Great job on Swinty providing cover to Sanborn. It's gonna be a long ending, I'll tell you that much. Holy shit, dude. This is a big ass circle and we are dead center. Now, when you talk about position, this is not where I want to be. This is dead center of the circle, kind of, right? We're gonna have a lot of teams trying to fuck with us at the same time. And if you have to leave the building for whatever reason to outplay a situation that pushes you in the face, you could get third-partied. And again, going back to making a lot of noise and sitting in the same position. Avoid these mistakes, guys. This is the reason why players get third-partied right here. When it comes to end game, I always recommend you guys avoid buildings or areas that are somewhat in the center of the circle, because again, when you have people rotate from salt mine, when you have people rotate from the hill, when you have people rotate from the hotel area and whoever happens to be over here in Millie 2, they're all going to be focused either on this building or this building, and you're going to get caught out in the middle. Here we have another enemy sitting in a bush. Sitting in a bush. There ain't no tactic for that one, boys. You win some, you lose some. It is what it is. All right, luckily we're not posted next to the buy station. Sanborn needs to start looking around. Right now he's down a teammate, and instead of providing some surveillance around the compound, he's just sitting there saluting himself. What the hell are you doing? Okay, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of what Swinty just did. Swinty went to the loadout drop. He had his loadout weapons here. Yes, I get it. Ghosts, blah, blah, blah. He had all that shit. I get it. I do. but it's not worth the risk of running out in the open. Not to mention your teammate just went down. Now, granted, no one's shooting at him for some crazy reason. We wouldn't be in this position where he could literally just land here, run across out in the open without getting sniped at. I don't even think he got shot at, fam. All right, again, we're spending a little too much time inside the building. I don't mind being in, but we need to look at the windows. We need to look outside the building, scan the entire area. There may be some creepy crawlies coming up from the old school. I was about to call it quarry, the old school quarry area. And here we are again, falling into this pattern of just rotating to the building in the center. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Not to mention, you're not the only team to think about that. There may be some enemies in here. Pick up that trophy system first off. Pick up the trophy, throw it in the center. Or you can, there you go. I'm glad your teammate did it. See, this is what I'm talking about. You want to utilize the windows, the doorways, the outside of the building to look around and make sure nobody's pushing you out in the open. A lot of players miss out on some easy ass kills because they're too busy worrying about what's inside the building when they really shouldn't be. We got enemy to the left-hand side. There he is. There's really no reasons to shoot at him right now. He's really, really far away, dude. Really far away. Now here we are again, just not even paying attention to really anything. Let blue guys, if you're playing duos or you're split up, let one of your teammates watch one direction and you watch the other. There's no reason to go back and forth. Every time he leaves that north end window, guess what? An enemy may be pushing that direction. There's no reason for us to be watching the same direction as our teammate right now, like we are. There is another enemy team somewhere around here that we haven't accounted for yet. Actually, there's not. It's two solos. There we are, getting shot from the left-hand side by the other guy. Example number 38. But regardless of what happens, this team should have it wrapped up pretty well, unless they absolutely throw it. The guy on the hill has to move towards us. There he is right there. We just spotted movement on the rock to the right-hand side. The clutch. Oh, the precision strike coming with the down. We need to go ahead and get the res off. We need to do that instantly. Now, this is unfortunate. They used precision strikes to suppress the enemy, got lucky, got the down, and now he has the ability to push. If he's smart, he would have pushed instantly instead of frozen up. Now, the only thing that works in the... Oh my God. The only thing that wasn't working in the enemy's benefit was the fact that there was a random somewhere over by the ridge. A great use of the heady by the barricade. Now, all we got to do is find the last guy, who should be somewhere around the east-hand side, I would imagine. Unless the guy at the barricade is the one we just killed, is the guy that was over at the east. Then at that point, the other enemy should be somewhere near the south. All right, it's a point like this, we don't want to get too cocky. This is where patience plays, right? If you're playing duos in 2v1, all you gotta do is be patient. Don't go out here, get all crazy, trying to get all the kills and end up throwing the game. We're 2v2 right now, but we've seen a lot of teams throw these fights out of pure ego and ignorance. But it doesn't matter. Our dudes come out clean with the win. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. GG. Wolfpack, thank you guys for watching. Again, we got to give you guys different elements and different scenarios and different lobbies in order to help all different variety of players play the game. And this is the shit that we see over and over and over again. And I want you guys to break out of these habits. If you find yourself doing this shit too, and be honest with yourself, there's no ego when you're talking to yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you do this shit, stop it. Get out of these bad habits, break those habits, and bust through the next layer of tier of lobbies and continue improving in Warzone. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel today. But until next time, you have a good one. Good luck in Warzone.